Well, greetings everyone. My name is Shane Marian DADULLA and today I will be explaining our Java code classes that I was assigned line by line. First, we have the class app. Public abstract class app. This line defines an abstract class's name app. An abstract class cannot be initiated directly. It is meant to be a base or parent class for other classes. Next is protected string name. This declares a variable called name of type string. The keyword protected means it can be accessed within the same package and by subclasses. Next line, protected string type. This declares another string variable name type, also with protected access. Public app, string name, string type. This is the constructor of the class. It takes two parameters, the name and type. Inside the constructor, this.name is equal to name. This assigns the value of the parameter name to the class variable name. Next, this.type is equal to type. This assigns the value of the parameter type of the class variable type. Then we close the constructor with the curly bracket. Next line, the public abstract void open. This declares an abstract method named open. It has no body, meaning any subclass must provide its own implementation of this method. Public string getName. This defines a method called getName that returns a string. Inside it, return name. This returns the value of the name variable. Then we close the method using the curly bracket. Public string getType. This defines another method called getType. Inside it, return type. This returns a value of the type variable. Finally, we close the method and the class with using the two curly brackets. Now I will explain the browser app class. First, we have the public class browser app extend app. This line defines a class named browser app. It is used to keyword extend, which means this class is inheriting from other class called app. So the browser app gets the properties and methods from the app class. Next, public browser app. This is the constructor of the class. A constructor is used to initialize an object when it is created. Inside the constructor, super browser app browser, the keyword super calls the constructor of the parent class, which is app. Here we are passing two values, the browser app and the browser. This might represent the app name and the type. Then we close the constructor using a curly bracket. Next line, the override. This is an annotation. It tells Java that the method below is overriding a method from the parent class. It helps avoid errors and it ensures we are correctly replacing a method from the superclass. Next, public void open. This defines a method named open. It does not return anything because of the keyword void. This method is likely meant to simulate opening the browser app. Inside the method, system.out.print opening browser app. This line prints the message opening browser app to the console. Next line, system.out.print browsing the internet. This prints another message showing that the browser is now being used. Finally, we close the method and the class with two curly brackets. Next is the message app. First, we have the public class message app extend app. This line defines a class named message app. It uses the keyword extend, which means it inherits from the app class. So it can be used the properties and methods from the parent class. Next, public class message app. This is the constructor of the message app class. It is called when the message app object is created. Inside the constructor, super messaging app message, the keyword super calls the constructor of the parent class app. It passes two values, messaging app as the name and the message as a type. Next, override. This annotation indicates that the method below is overriding a method from the parent class. It helps ensure that the method is correctly defined. Next, public void open. This defines a method named open which does not return any value. Inside the method, system.out.print opening messaging app. This line prints a message indicating that the messaging app is being opened. Next, system.out.print typing and sending a text message. This prints another message showing the action performed in the messaging app. Finally, we close the method and the class with the two curly bracket. And finally, the music app. Public class music app extend app. This line declares a class name MUSICAPP. The keyword public means it can be accessed from other classes. The phrase extend app means that the MUSICAPP is inheriting from other class called app. Public MUSICAPP. Here we are defining a constructor for the MUSICAPP class. A constructor is a special method that runs when an object of the class is created. Super MUSICAPP music. This line calls the constructor of the parent class app. The keyword super is used to pass values to the parent class. In this case, it sends the string music and music app and music. Then they close the constructor using the curly bracket. Next is the override. This is an annotation. It tells Java that the method below is overriding a method from the parent class. It helps ensures that the method is correctly written. Public void open. This line declares a method named open. It is a public, meaning it can be accessed from outside the class, and it does not return anything because the keyword void. System.out.print opening the music app. This line prints the message opening music app to the console. It simulates the app is starting. System.out.print selecting a song. This line prints another message selecting a song, showing the next action of the app. And finally, we close the method at the class using the two curly brackets. In conclusion, this set of Java classes demonstrate how object-oriented programming works through the uses of abstraction, inheritance, and method overriding. The abstract class app serves as a strong foundation providing a common properties like the name and type, as well as the abstract method open that must be implemented by all subclasses. Each specific class's browser app, message app, the music app inherits from the app classes and provide its own version of the open method. This shows how different objects can be share and the same structure but behave differently, which is known as polymorphism.
Dangal greetings everyone, I am Leilin ASUNCION and I will discuss the camera class in smartphone simulation. First, this program demonstrates a basic concept of object-oriented programming, specifically creating a class and using its method. The name of my class is Camera. Inside this class, I created a method called TakePhoto, open and close parentheses. This method does not return any value because its return type is void. Inside the TakePhoto method, there are two print statements. The first one displays camera activated, which means that the camera is turned on. The second one displays photo captured successfully, which indicates the picture has been taken. Now I will discuss the class speaker. The class is named speaker. Inside this class, I created a method called playSound. This method has a void return type, which means it does not return any value. Inside the playSound method, there is a print statement that displays speaker is now playing sound. This simulates the functions of a speaker, which is to produce audio. To use this class, we can create an object of the speaker class and call the playSound method. When executed, the program will display the message representing that the speaker is working. Next, I will discuss the Wi-Fi class. The class is named Wi-Fi. Inside this class, I created a method called connect, open and close parentheses. This method has a void return type, which means it does not return any value. Inside the connect method, there are two print statements. The first one displays Wi-Fi connecting, which represents the process of trying to establish a connection. The second one displays internet connection established, which indicates that the connection was successfully. To use this class, we can create an object of the Wi-Fi class and call the connect method. When executed, it simulates how a device connects to the internet. And last, for my part, I will discuss the storage class. The class is named storage. Inside this class, I created a method called saveData. This method has a parameter of type string name data, which means it accepts input from the user or another part of the program. The purpose of the save data method is to simulate storing data. Inside the method, there is a print statement that displays the message data saved in storage. The value of data will depend on what is passed when the method is called. For example, if we pass the word photo, the output will be photo saved in storage. This shows how methods can accept input and perform actions based on that input. Overall, this program helps us understand how parameters work in methods and how classes can represent real-world components like storage system.
Greetings, I'm BATIANCILA. Today I will be presenting a Java program that simulates how a smartphone works. This program demonstrates the concept of object-oriented programming where a smartphone is composed of different components such as the camera, Wi-Fi, speaker, storage, and applications. It shows how these components work together to perform common tasks like sending messages, browsing the internet, playing music, and taking photos. I will walk you through the code and explain how each method contributes to the overall functionality of the smartphone. This line declares a class named smartphone. A class is like a blueprint for creating objects. In this case, it represents a smartphone and all the features it can perform. These lines define the attributes of the smartphone. The model stores the phone's name, while the camera, Wi-Fi, speaker, and storage represents its internal components. The apps array stores installed applications, and app count keeps track of how many apps are currently installed. This constructor is used to create a new smartphone. It sets the model of the phone. It initializes all components like camera, Wi-Fi, speaker, and storage. It also prepares an array to store up to 10 apps. The app count is set to 0 at the start. Finally, it displays messages showing that the phone is starting up and all components are ready. This method installs a new app. It first checks if the app is already installed. If yes, it shows a message and stops. If not, it checks if there is a space. If there is a space, it adds the app and saves it to the storage. If the storage is full, it shows an error message. This method searches for an app by its type. It loops through all installed apps. If it finds a match, it returns the app. If not, it returns null. This method sends a message. It's look for a messaging app. If not installed, it shows an error. If installed, it opens the app and sends the message. This method is used for browsing. It checks for a browsing app. If available, it connects to the Wi-Fi. Then it opens the browser. This method plays music. If it looks for a music app, if found, it opens the app, then the speaker plays the sound. This method takes a photo. It uses the camera to capture an image, then it saves the photo in storage. This method shows all the installed apps. If there are none, it shows a message. Otherwise, it lists all app names.
Dangal greetings everyone, I'm DEVERA and now I will explain the main part of our program, which is the main class. This is where the execution of the program starts. First, import the scanner class. This allows the program to accept input from the user. Next, inside the main method, we create a scanner object named scanner to read user input. Then we create an object called phone using smartphone class. This represents our device and we pass Android phone as its name. We also declare a variable choice which will store the user selected option from the menu. Next, we use a do-while loop. This loop ensures that the menu will keep showing until the user chooses to exit. Inside the loop, we display the menu options like send message, browse internet, play music, take photo, install app, show installed apps, and exit. After showing the menu, we ask the user to input their choice. We use a while loop with has next int to make sure that the input is a number. If the user enters something invalid, the program will ask again. This is for input validation. Then we store the input in the variable choice and use a switch statement to perform actions based on the user choice. For example, if the user selects 1, it calls send message. If 2, it calls browse internet. If 3, it calls play music. If 4, it calls take photo. For option 5, which is installing apps, we display another menu for app choices like music app, browser app, messaging app. Again, we validate the input and use another statement. Depending on the choice, we install app by calling install app new music app, install app new browser app, install app new message app. This shows object creation and method calling. For option 6, it calls show installed apps to display all installed apps. For option 7, the program prints smartphone shutting down and it exits the loop. If the user enters an invalid option, the program will display invalid choice. Lastly, when the loop ends, we close the scanner using scanner close to properly release resources. And that's all for main class.
Now let's move on to the output of our program. When the program begins, it initializes different components. Loading system components, camera ready, Wi-Fi module, speaker ready, and storage ready. After initialization, the main menu appears. We have 7 options. Send message, browse internet, play music, take photo, install app, show installed apps, and exit. The important point is most features only work if the matching app is already installed. Let's try by installing some apps. We choose the option 5, install app. Inside the install menu, we see 3 choices, music app, browser app, messaging app. We select number 3 to install the messaging app. The program tells us messaging app saved in storage successfully. Messaging app installed successfully. Now the phone has a messaging capability. Back to the main menu, we choose number 1 to send a message. The system checked if the message app exists. User selected send message, opening messaging app, typing and sending a text message. Messaging sent successfully. Because we just installed it, sending message is now works. But watch what happens if we restart the console. And let's select the number 1. The program prints the statement messaging app is not installed. Same thing with the browsing. We choose number 2, browse internet. The program prints the statement browser app is not installed. Again, black because the browser isn't present or installed yet. So let's fix that. Option 5 again, install app, choose number 2, browser app saved in storage, browser app installed successfully. This time, the simulation goes through the nice steps. Smartphones coordinating components, Wi-Fi is connecting, inheriting connecting established, opening browsing the internet. It gives the feeling of actual doing something even though it's just a text. Let's try the option 3. Again, the program prints the statement MUSICAPP is not installed. So let's install it. Option 5, choose number 1 this time. MUSICAPP saved in the storage successfully. MUSICAPP installed successfully. Now option 3 again. Opening MUSICAPP, selecting song, speaker is now playing sound. Now the audio is simulation complete. Taking a photo in option 4 doesn't require installing any extra app. Let's select the option 4, cameras activated, photo saved successfully, photo captured, then the camera seems to be built-in features of our simulated phone. Now, next, let's check what we have installed in option 6. The list has a messaging app, browsing app, music app that we installed earlier. And finally, the option 7, the program prints smartphone shutting down. It means it exists, terminates, or close the entire program. And that's all for our output. Thank you for watching.
I just had to let you know you're